And now everything else we say is going to be just soiled and
Just going to be
mediocrity.
soiled and ruined. That's it.
And that's the way my life always goes.
That's the only way for things to go.
I have to always put on my podcast, voice or my podcast personality. Because if I just do this normal, yapping,
Yeah.
people get bored with that shit real quick.
I think people get bored with this shit already.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, sorry, I thought there was a phone over there. No, it's just a leg.
Nope, just Bernie Sanders.
People hate this show. And actually, if there
I love the whole heave-ho. People hate this show.
I'm in the midst of shoveling our graves, as I'm saying. People hate this show. Fuck.
Hey, Deirdre's here. Hey, Deirdre.
Hey, Deirdre, tell us about how much you hate the
Say
show.
hi to Bernie Sanders. As you can see, he's sitting right there.
Hey. Wow,
Down,
man, that's like invisibility.
I'll tell you.
I mean, it's kind of obvious that there's something there, but that's part of the charm.
There's a frame.
That's the charm. Yeah, that's
but that picture lines up perfect. Even like the baseboard and everything's all nice.
It's only slightly fuzzy.
Yeah. Well, that's just because of the low light. I have to get better lights in here.
If you come here for quality content,
What are you doing?
Go back to see Joe Rogan.
Go back to the Joe Rogan podcast.
Ivermectin pills.
Exactly right.
I got COVID-19. I don't agree with them making you do the vaccine. I think you should all have the freedom. We should all be able to shoot in the air. And 2 days later, when the bullets drop at the terminal velocity that they were going up at, the people who get hit in the head are just weak. We're weeding them out.
That's it. I just get a shotgun with a clip on it, and I just unload all the shells into the sky. And then I just tell everybody, go ahead and hang out in the field. Whoever dies, dies.
Does that cloud look like an elk to you?
It's all gravity.
It's all about gravity, man. It's all nature, man. And you're gonna have a profound experience, transcendental experience.
You're not gonna know what's happening.
He's the biggest fucking chill ever now.
Let's start the show.
I know.
We already don't have anything to talk about.
Get me rolling on a topic. I'll complain all day if you let me.
Well, this is good.
Just give me a jump pad.
The complaints start here.
I got plenty of complaints for it. I got grievances. You people are gonna hear about them.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
I relate to it so much.
Now you're gonna hear about them. All right, let's start the problem. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt.
And nobody else.
That's it.
Not a soul. Not a soul.
Two Matts and you.
Two Matts and you. You're the special guest today.
You're in between a Matt sandwich right now.
Well, aside from Bernie Sanders, of course, who's here. For the listeners, you don't know what we're talking about, but Bernie Sanders is sitting in front of our third mic. I don't know if he's going to have anything to say. Probably not, but we'll
have as much. He'll have as much to contribute as Chris would normally do.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Equality, as much quality.
It's all about raising the taxes on the 1%, like Chris's usual talking points.
Exactly right.
The what was that?
The what?
It's like trying to sneeze in Jewish.
Yeah.
That's his entire personality. He's trying to sneeze and he's trying to take money away from all the saints like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. All these beautiful people who try to save our lives. Trump's going to help by not paying as much taxes because he's smart, you see.
He's smart. That's what makes him smart.
Yes. This show is just an homage to I Think You Should Leave.
We've got our new ones on here, and they're ready to fire down the line here whenever whenever we want.
This show is just references to other shows that are better than ours.
It really is. It's more like a review show, but we review the same things
over and over and over again for all eternity. We're the Limbo podcast.
We are the Limbo.
But I'll tell you who subscribes to us. It's Ming Chen.
Ming Chen.
Go over that last time we were talking.
You
about
did
it.
not. This is something. Thank
Content.
God we've got some
I have
content.
memory here. If you guys, I'm sure people probably know Ming Chen from Comic Book Man.
Yeah.
His Kevin Smith crew, and he just basically goes around and doing appearances and stuff. Very active for being someone who's moderately recognizable,
Right.
but very social and happy and nice. I met him years ago, just briefly at my first Monster Mania, and he started a live stream that he was at Timeline Arcade in New York, downtown New York.
Right.
So he started this live stream, and I was like, "What? He's right downtown."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, "Shit! I'm just gonna go see what's up.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna drive down and take me like 10 minutes."
What the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, I walked up, I put my chest down, and I said, "What the fuck you doing in my town?" Started screaming in his face immediately, and immediately he was like, "Hey man, I know you live around here." Like he was like reacted like he remembered me in some way. I think this is his magic trick though. Hope you fucking die, Harley Jarvis.
Yeah, that's
So I saw him and he was there doing his appearances and stuff. We caught up, and I was talking to him about our podcast, and guess what he did? He found it. He subscribed to it, and he was impressed that we had 250 episodes. At that point, that was two weeks ago. There's 250 episodes, and we said yes, we do.
We have. Yes, we do. Yes, we
Goddamn
do.
right we do. And then we also commiserated a little bit about how Kevin Smith's cameo price was very high. I said he delivered though.
Yeah, he did.
And if there's ever a time, Ming, where you have about 4 minutes of free time, which I know is not the case because he's got a family and he's all over the United States.
But he never sees us. Yeah.
I don't know how he's still married or how his family is content with this.
I'm not quite sure about that either.
He is never with his family when he's on trips.
No, never. Somebody has to spend all the money that he's making. I think that's really
weird.
what it is.
He's like a free agent, whatever kind of arrangement he has.
He's on the fucking, what is it? Is it for Zoom or one of the recording ads for like a little like podcast recorder. Maybe it's not Zoom, not Zoom the software, but Zoom. There's a company that makes recorders.
Okay.
I think it's for them, for one of them, but he's on that ad. I see him on that all the time. So he's around, he's doing stuff.
He'll literally just hustle anything.
Whatever opportunity he can get a hold of, he'll take a big old bite.
That's right.
And keep on chewing for weeks.
He's
and
ambitious,
weeks.
and he gets apparently lots of free beer because he had fucking 2 cases of beer.
What?
He was leaving that the guys at the gate had given him, or that he stocked up on when he was
damn,
out
man.
here. Yeah, I was like,
gotta let us in on this.
Don't drink them while you're driving.
That's right. Yeah.
Down to Jersey.
Don't do it, man.
Don't, man. You're gonna be that guy.
Don't take out Tiny Dinky Daffy.
You end up on the in memoriam.
Yeah, that's a mess. But yeah, he's one of those. I mean, no matter how many times people make fun of him, he's just completely unaffected by it.
He said something to me about that, about how it's like, he's like, yeah, people ask how I didn't even volunteer this, he did.
People beat the shit out of me all the time, and they ask me, how come you just let them keep doing it?
Are you still alive when you lose that much blood?
Yeah.
Every day.
That's it.
He said it's called love, idiot.
It's called love, you dummy.
Fucking stupid.
Now shut up so I can drink my beer.
I just
got a lot of beer to get rid of.
I drink beer, I travel around, I never see my family. not a day.
Not one. All I got to do is keep moving and keep drinking, and my family will never find me. That's the goal. That's the goal.
Meanwhile, he's on social media posting live streams.
Yeah. But he's always like throwing in little hints of like, hey, I'm here today, but then he says, or maybe I'm not. He throws that out there.
Daddy went out for a pack of cons.
That's right.
And he never came back.
That was the end of the whole thing.
Could you imagine growing up, your father's some kind of like gallivanting celebrity,
Yeah.
and you don't even recognize him?
Watch him on reruns. Yeah, that's about it.
Watch him on TV. That's my dad.
That's got to be like what it's like having Carson Daly as a dad. It's probably the same thing. He's just doing everything except being home with his family.
This is the kind of job I want to have, honestly.
I
just
mean,
smile and talk to people. You don't need to generate fucking shit.
No.
If you're Carson Daly or you're Ryan Seacrest, you are living in some kind of a fantasy realm where you are a pyramid of human beings that have deemed you worthy of speaking, whereas they could do the exact same thing.
Right.
But yet you get paid for it and you're in the public eye.
They would rather see you do it. And that's ultimately what we're all looking for. We want to find a thing. Speaking of the thing, I got to start the Instagram broadcast. But we want to find a thing that everybody can do, but they've decided that we're going to.
This has become the culture when it comes to like
it really is.
Streaming.
Yeah, everything.
People will watch other people watch movies or watch other people play games. And I'm thinking like,
fishbowl. Yeah.
What's the experience then?
Yeah.
What? It's just voyeurism. Voyeurism has become a tenet of our society.
This is it. It was bound to happen eventually. You know that we're moving closer and closer because once everybody gets a pedestal, then inevitably some people become more entertaining than others, and so then I suppose they get those positions.
But in the sea of all mediocrity, here comes Juan.
Juan's here.
And finally, we have some content.
We're finally here.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But like in a sea of mediocrity where everyone has a pedestal and a voice, all the voices get drowned out into having zero meaning. This is the problem when you have too many voices, too many opinions, none of them matter.
It's true. I mean, well, but
you might as well not have a pedestal at all.
But that's where I think comedy comes in. That's why
we're the best.
That's why we're the funniest people on this motherfucking planet. Okay.
And if you argue with me about that, that's right. I got 3 little words for you.
That's it. Get him out of here. Those are the 3 magic words.
Oh God, it's so perfect.
It's all one word.
We click really, really. Our world is being portrayed. Our humor is being portrayed in a much superior fashion.
This is it. You've downgraded. You've downgraded here by listening to our show.
This is a B-string comedy.
You've lost so much of the quality. And you did it. It's all your fault. You had a choice, but you chose to be here.
You made this show bad. I blame you, listener.
Everything was fine until you all got here.
If you guys had to you would have just left us alone.
Just let us do what we're doing.
252 recorded accessible episodes. And plenty more that we've lost the time.
And you're insatiable lust.
How much content can a person generate? If we are declining in quality, you have only yourself to blame.
I've been looking for somebody to blame because these episodes have been getting worse and worse. And Chris has been here less and less. It's just getting it's terrible. It's terrible and wonderful all at the same time.
I can't look in the mirror anymore.
The last time I looked in the mirror, I didn't see anything looking back, and that was terrifying. I'm not sure if I'm even alive right now.
Did you have a pulse? I had a thirst for human blood.
The blood lust was there. Yeah, I definitely was thirsty.
Was it normal? Was it above normal, or I know you always
have
blood
normal.
Lust.
Yeah, but like enough that like I could just like bite my cheek and then be all right for a little bit.
Okay.
That's speaking of bloodlust. I've been watching. I've been watching the new season of American Horror Story that's been out, and believe it or not, if you look past their constant regurgitation of old tropes, it's actually a kind of interesting premise. It's basically they go to this town. I can't remember where the hell it is, but they apparently all these famous people go there to write music and movies and books.
So
and
it's like a little like quaint oasis, which is really
right.
just a vacation spot for people who are out of touch with commonality.
Exactly. And the twist is that there's this black pill that you can take that basically maximizes your creative potential
for
a
gas station
brief period of time. Yes, they're great. I love them.
Energized with a bunch of Z's, and they got a big old hard ass bull on the front of them. Big bull on a giant erection.
That's right.
And
You're never going to sleep, and you're going to have priapism for the rest of your life. Eventually, you'll fall asleep from the failure of blood to be able to make it to your brain.
You're going to get a blood clot in your dick so heavy and hard that when it finally dislodges and floats to your brain, your eyes are going to blow out of your fucking skull. That's how much of an aneurysm this is going to cause.
You're gonna be like, "Don't wake Daddy." Remember that game? Where he just sits up in his eyes.
His nightcap goes flying off, and the kids scream, "Ah!"
It's gonna look like he swallowed a shotgun many years ago, and it's finally gone off.
Don't wake Daddy, because he'll have a stroke. An embolism if he wakes up without his normal routine.
Let Daddy have his time. Let Daddy have his space, because Daddy's been working hard, long nights.
Can we do an updated Don't Wake Daddy, where when you do wake Daddy, that there's like levels of punishment that you incur, because there's an implication deep in that game that if you wake Daddy, you're gonna be in a world of trouble. You're gonna be a world of pain.
You're gonna be taking dirt naps. Yeah, it's gonna be all over.
The Daddy's belt card.
That's
you get the Daddy Booze card, where he wakes up and starts drinking. He starts throwing hands right there. Every child that can't escape the doorway quick enough.
I got the Abu Dhabi card. Daddy put me in a box. Shipped me express mail. The worst part is I got stuck on a shipping freighter in the middle of the ocean, and I died because I didn't have any food. You can only eat so much cardboard and packing peanuts.
There's only so much nutrients in packing peanuts.
What if they take those fucking circus peanuts, those little nasty candies that I eat, and use them instead of packing peanuts?
That is packing peanuts. There is no distinction.
Yeah, they do have simpler texture.
They have the same nutritional value as packing peanuts.
There's less sugar in packing peanuts.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. But anyhow, so you take this little black pill, and if you have talent, then all of a sudden you just can just do it.
Is this Adderall?
Essentially, yeah. That's that. And in fact, they talk about that in one episode, like Adderall and steroids. But if you don't have talent and you take it, you turn into a vampire.
Okay. That's an interesting concept.
Or like this ghoul guy, right?
Oh, okay.
So like all your hair falls out. Yeah. And you just get all emaciated and you like feed on people. So, but
like literally and figuratively, that if you are devoid of talent, you're seeking to obtain from other people.
Exactly. And so that's sort of the commentary, beneath the whole thing. Because if you do have talent, you also still you get like this thirst for blood.
Real blood?
For real blood.
Okay.
And so that's sort of the whole thing. But it only lasts for a certain period of time. Like I don't know if I can't remember whether it's like a day or like hours or whatever.
Okay.
That the pill's effective.
It's like bath salts and Adderall like cut together.
It's crazy. So basically that's the whole underlying premise is this guy who's writing this book.
Sorry, one made some commentary and said, look at Bernie chilling and Steve Harvey cheesing.
That's
And
it.
I just realized now that Juan said that.
Yeah.
You can see my Steve Harvey drawing.
Yeah, Steve Harvey's in frame.
I brought
absolutely.
Steve Harvey to the show. He's here representing his trademark Family Feud, family-friendly humor.
That's
where
right.
He makes very, very strong sexual innuendos
And,
and has existential
Whole
crises.
lot of money.
And lots of money. And he can say whatever he wants. I love when he gets on his soapboxes.
Yeah.
Because he is so fucking out of touch.
Oh my
with
God.
everything.
Yeah,
He has
it's
lots
crazy.
of money. I saw this one thing. He was talking about how you should be working your ass off because in the Bible it says something about how the poor man sleeps and that he's destined for, I don't know, you probably know the verse.
Yeah.
But like I was thinking, like, what the fuck are you talking about, Steve Harvey? Life is meant to be lived.
That's right.
Jesus didn't die on this fucking cross so that you could be working all day long for other people.
Jesus died on the cross so we could be here to play Family Feud today, and we're going to fight about it.
And the answer is sex. Number one answer.
Now, the question is, we're looking for top 10 answers on the board. Where did we put this broomstick on our honeymoon? And remember, Jesus is watching. So Jesus knows the right answer, but you can't ask him. You can't phone a friend. This isn't that show.
This is Who Wants
Wrong
to Be a
show.
Millionaire. This is Who Wants a brand new, fuel-efficient, stylish, hybrid Ford Fusion. He's got 14 qualifiers on this fucking thing. And you know he's contractually obligated to say all of them.
He's got to say the whole thing.
And you can't
he's got
tell.
the little TMs at
He's
the
got
end.
no emotion because his brow is sunk so far down. I was watching it the other night and I said, Steve Harvey looks like if someone tried to sculpt Will Smith from memory.
Out of wax, and then set it in the window.
That's what he looks like.
That's exactly it. Yep. And it's only getting worse. He's going to have to prop his brows up with toothpicks soon. Going to stick them in his cheeks.
If anybody needed Botox for legal reasons, so that he could be identifiable in a picture, it's Steve Harvey.
I received a letter from the U.S. government that says I either have to get Botox or I have to get my license redone because you can't tell if it belongs to me or if it's counterfeit.
When they Botox him, they got a needle this big, and they plunger
They
it
gotta
down
have
in
two
there.
people. One person holds the tube, the other one operates the plunger. They've got to. It's the only way that they can get through.
You gotta mix up a gallon of Botox just so you can tell what expression he has.
But the worst part is because Botox paralyzes your muscles, so it's just paralyzing. Just with his brows
All
just
just-
hanging down.
All just very, all concerned and
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm Steve Harvey. I hope I'm facing the camera right now because I can't see.
cut me, Mick, cut me.
I know there's light in this direction, so I'm hoping. I'm hoping
This
this is the right thing
I've
to look at.
devolved into those like that of a fish.
It's going back to like complex single cell organisms. They don't have an eye as much as a photosensitive cell. Yeah, it's just moving towards it. But yeah, but yeah.
Sorry, but the black pill and the vampires.
So that's basically the whole thing. And then the guy's daughter is like trying to play the violin, but she's like a kid, and she sneaks one of the pills. She finds out about him, takes one of the pills, and then she ends up like killing somebody and drinking their blood. But it's
does she get better at violin? That's real.
yes.
Oh, good. Does the blood
She's
help?
like playing these. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's good. But
Watson is a snooze fest at the end, the back half of the season.
I haven't finished it yet, so
Oh, okay.
I believe him though, because it definitely with that being the main plot point.
Mhm.
There's only so many places you can
Yeah.
go because it's basically them. It's like the werewolf thing you're talking about before we started the show, because they're basically like trying to hide it, and there's a whole bunch of junkies in the town. So you can sort of sometimes they feed on them, that kind of thing. There's
Just cattle.
Just basically, yeah. But
these poor locals.
Yeah. Well, the locals kind of are like aware of it, but then you get a little bit of backstory about who's making the pills and that whole side story and all kinds
It's
of
all done in Pakistan, probably.
It's all Pakistani, imported from China, back from
Chinese,
India,
all
and
Asian.
it's all American sourced chemicals though. That's we make the chemicals, they put it together, they ship it back to us at retail.
This is exactly the boner pills in the gas station.
This is exactly what they are. They got to be bright neon yellow too. That way you know they're strong. They're radioactive.
Explosive love.
Put this shit. Hey baby, I took my explosive love pills.
And I can't breathe.
Let me tell you, my chest has been getting much bigger. Not like my muscular structure, just proportionally, my chest has become far too large for the rest of my body. It's almost as if I'm carrying around a barrel on my chest.
I have encephalitis in my heart now.
I think there's some fluid that's spreading. We might need to get that Steve Harvey needle so we can get some of this fluid out. There's a lot of it in there. Once he gets his Botox for the week.
It's like a turkey baster I need.
Yeah. Just got to hook it up to a wet dry vac.
I'm too wet inside. I feel like I'm Joe Rogan.
That's it. Oh man.
I'm just all I am is surface tension of water.
I'm just a corpuscle with a face. or familiar features that one face. Yeah.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so that it was all right. It was all right. I'm gonna finish it just so that I can continue to complete these seasons.
Yeah, once you're invested as far as you are, this is the thing. I have not really gotten that far into American Horror Story because when I watched the first season, I was a little off put by the whole like creepy camera angle. Everything is like turned to the side.
Yeah.
Even though they're just talking about like, what kind of doormat should we get, honey? It's all I'm like, the cinematographer needs to just take a break here. And why don't you do some classic cinematography?
That's right.
So that when you do something different, it looks different instead of just being the same old bullshit.
Break out some goddamn tripods, all right?
Yeah, man, get a Steadicam in there.
Stable shots.
For fuck's sake, what are you doing? Make it. It's just. It's like it's the same concept we were talking about earlier. When you do something too often, it doesn't become special anymore. You have to have contrast. It's about contrast, you stupid ass.
See, this is the thing, because what they tend to do...
I can have your job. I'm taking your job. And you know what? I'll get shot by Alec Baldwin when I take it.
Right. I don't care.
I'll let him shoot me. God damn, that's some fucked up shit that happened there, too.
Yeah, it's... I mean, and apparently they're blaming the... not the prop master. Well, they are kind of blaming the prop master because somebody else, I don't know if was it the DP? Somebody handled the gun that wasn't supposed to, and this person apparently had a bunch of complaints about them, like having guns on set, like actual guns on set. And I think that was all part of the mix-up. But it brought up all the.
Since when are they using actual guns on sets?
I think that someone brought a gun onto the set. And got it mixed up with the. I mean, this was an episode of Monk.
There's a little switch up. Yeah, Monk did this years ago.
Monk did it
2
years ago.
decades ago, in fact.
Talk about a tired trope.
Well, Brandon Lee did it.
That's exactly right. It's already been done twice.
Come on, Alec Baldwin. Come up with something new.
Let's see some originality from you, Alec Baldwin. Come on.
God knows he hasn't had any in a while.
Yeah.
But I mean, fuck. Yeah, that's got to be a horrific thing to be dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure, people are all, it's so fucked up because people are like, you made fun of Trump, so eat shit.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, dude, it was an accident. You think this guy, do you think a person at his level is going to do a premeditated murder on set?
Are you kidding me?
On a set.
He doesn't have that kind of career.
Even football players with half the IQ will at least do it in somewhat private.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. At least, yeah. Where they can have plausible deniability at least for a couple weeks until they find the security footage of them in the elevator with their fiance.
Exactly.
It's like
or just literally executing a dude on their own property.
That too, yeah. Right in the middle of the court, football.
Oh, right there. In the court.
That's right.
If you want to go down
The
here,
football court.
I'll take you to center. I'll take you to center court of football field.
I'll take you to football court. All right.
Here at football court, just whistling. First down. Now you run with this gavel.
That's
and
right.
if you don't get to the other side, and if my bailiff tackles you,
That's it.
you're going to jail for 30 years. And then after that, we're going to cut you up in pieces, starting from your toes, all
right.
the way up to the
Wood
top.
chipper legs first, baby. That's it. We want to hear it and we want to see it like a tube of toothpaste.
This is my rule.
Yeah.
I'm the football coach, God judge.
If you don't think that I have validity in this football court, all right, I dare you to challenge my 30 years as a football lawyer. All right, I've earned my place. I've earned my seat. I've earned my seat as football judge. Okay, I'm not a referee. I don't wear zebra stripes. All right, I wear cheetah print.
I'm fast, I'm vicious.
I'm fast with my gavel, just banging it away every day. Bang it, there it is. I have to change the batteries. Batteries down on my gavel.
You got John Madden in there. You got Brett Favre. You got Terry Bradshaw.
They're all on the jury.
They're on the jury.
That's
They're a
it.
jury of your peers.
They are. They know what they need to do.
And
And
by peers, we mean people who are dementiated,
mhm.
whose main claim to fame after their short career being an athlete was just talking about other people doing athletic stuff
And getting bigger.
and getting
Bigger.
expanding.
Getting bigger.
Like the universe.
That's right. Just eventually they're just trying to take up that whole football court. Yeah, they just want to occupy all the available seats. Yep. So it's worse than a senator. Worse than a senator trying to take over.
and whereas some go wide, some go taller.
Mhm.
Shaq gets bigger and taller and scarier every year.
Exactly.
Every year.
Every
This
single
Halloween,
one.
think about how big Shaq is now.
You don't even want to know. We almost did a story about this for Weird News today. That there's a guy in the Midwest somewhere, I think it is,
Kentucky.
and he's got a giant skull that he has shingles hanging off the side of it. So when he puts it on his roof, it looks like a skeleton. A giant skeleton is coming up through his roof.
Oh, like a prop skull. Okay.
And he's got a giant skeletal arms that come out that he puts in his lawn. It's so his whole house looks like it's like a skeleton's inside and it's breaking out.
It's awesome.
Really, really cool. But that's probably what Shaq's looking like these days.
That Shaq, no house can contain him.
Not a single one. Not at all. No.
They're building a hotel in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That is 130 floors, and it's going to be the biggest hotel ever.
The real question is, if it's going to be the biggest hotel, is how many floors up do they have to go before they can allow people to jump out the windows?
Good question. What? How many floors up before it's like fatal?
Yeah,
That's
because
the question that you
that's
have to
well, you don't want to. You're not jumping out.
Fatal.
I mean, above that, I guess it would be hang gliding.
Probably 5 stories up, and you could maybe survive. Like there's rare occasions you could survive a 5-story fall.
It's the desert, though. It's Saudi
It's
Arabia.
the desert. Well, I mean,
Fall in the sand.
you know, sand is pretty hard if you fall on it, though.
It's not like it's rocks or something like that.
Maybe if it was snow, it might be give you a little bit more give.
Yeah. Well, I guess the last thing that we have to acknowledge is that spooky season's coming to a close.
Already,
Guys, it's time.
Look, I have a charge for everybody listening to this show.
Yeah.
Go out and enjoy this fucking Halloween.
Enjoy it.
All right.
Enjoy it.
Go have some fun. Dress up. I don't care if you go with people, without people.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
You've got to. If you don't do it, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life, which is only going to be another 4 days.
You watched that video.
You saw it.
You saw that
We
girl
know
come
that
out
you
of the well.
saw it. That's it. She was waiting, and you hit the play button. You went to the Goodwill. You bought a VCR. You hooked it up to your HDTV through a converter that you had to get to put that RCA to HDMI so that you could even put it, because it doesn't even have its connectors anymore. And then you got that tape out that said, "Do not play me." It was buried in the Jumanji box. You still opened it up. You still put it in that VCR. You hit the play button. You had to fiddle with the tracking for a couple minutes because it was not clear on your screen. And now look where you are. You've got 4 days left to live. It's nobody's fault but your own.
Sounds actually kind of good to me.
You know what sounds good to me? Weird news.
Yes, sir.
Please.
Save us.
All right, internet people. Brooks is
I regret the rest of my life, Brooks. Us too, Brooks.
Welcome to the show.
You're in good company.
You're in good company.
Holy
Now,
shit.
I'm trying to determine whether they're cooking downstairs or if that
Yeah.
light is heating up and burning the carpet.
I
That's
think
lighting the green screen.
you might want to check to see if things are on fire down
I'm,
there.
I'm going to go double
Considering
check.
the story you told me earlier.
That's right. We want to make sure that our farmhouse doesn't burn down too.
God knows it's flammable in here. It's an air flammability. And now you guys are just stuck with just me. Sorry. Let me just give you a taste of what it's like to just be around me when I'm not doing anything in particular. Usually I'm drinking, so it's pretty accurate. Sorry, I was just giving them a little slice of life. For
Oh.
me.
Oh, that's good. Brooke says, "Who's your hairstylist now?"
Who is my hairstylist now? I go to the Salon Blue, and this girl named Angie. She used to work at
Angie,
Heritage Hills.
Heritage Hills.
Why don't you cut my hair, you fucking bitch?
All right, let's get
She's
this.
doing all right. She's doing okay trying to hide my receding hairline.
Well, all you gotta do is trim it evenly, and then you can't tell.
You just do one flat.
That's right.
Actually, my haircut this recently, Brooke. Do you know? You probably know who I'm talking
Oh,
about. Brooke.
she knows the industry.
She does. She knows all. She knows all the ins and outs.
She's
But
a sharp.
I got my haircut recently, very much like you used to cut it, like that very like long on top proportionally with the shorter sides and everything, which is the haircut I'm like seek to achieve.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm starting to hone in on
it's
it.
your hair aspiration.
I'll give you a whole hair rundown, bro.
That's right.
Later on,
Hair rundown right here on the show.
right here. I'm gonna do it right here while we're recording it. And I'm gonna tell everybody about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, let's see here. Let me get the.
I'll wait to put it on the. We should have put this in the intro. But I didn't say this on the intro.
What are you talking
pun. My kick or treat.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
I'll
Once
do
we
it.
once we start.
Somewhere. I had this genius pun that the
Yeah,
world
it's-
needs to know.
It's as if a lightning bolt had set the house of your brain on fire. Yeah.
I certainly felt it. It felt tingly and hot.
Oh,
No,
man.
when it hit me.
That's it. It was like you were getting a perm.
Oh God.
All righty. So as we start our weird news here, I'm going to get the other thing pulled up, and Matt has a piece of genius to share with
I
you.
have the most intelligent pun you're gonna hear all fucking year.
Oh my god!
And this episode is deemed the kick or treat.
Kick or treat!
Kick or treat.
Kick or
episode.
treat, folks!
Basically, and I'd like to either be kicked or get a treat. That's fine with me because one way or the other, I'm getting out of there.
That's really a more accurate description of what kids do.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick or treat and
Yeah.
kick you in the fucking shins.
Just
Ow, you little
kick.
fucking shits.
That's what we should really do. Just put a pull-up bar in the door frame of your front door, and then anytime kids come, you open it, hold on, and just kick them.
Just knock them the fuck to next year.
Get out of here! Get off my lawn! Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. That's a good idea.
Oh, I hate kids in my neighborhood.
That or like chop down a tree, sharpen one side like a ramrod, like they used to do, like to hunt the beast and shit.
Yeah.
And tie that to two like mooring lines tied to the balcony, and then I'll just have it, connected, and that way all I got to do is come with a giant like mildly comical cutlass, like just this sort of round, and just
You're making a Goonies trap.
It's exactly what it is. It's just manually operated. We were over a Tuesday morning the other day.
Mickey volunteers.
That's good. That's good. Get over here. Let's do it. We were a Tuesday morning. I was wearing my Goonies shirt, and the lady was like, "Oh man, I love the Goonies." And then she started. Of course, everybody fucking says that when they see the shirt. They're like, "Oh yeah, I love that movie." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, whatever." But then she started like citing lines, and I was like, "You're getting some obscure ones." So I started finishing the lines, and so we started going back and forth with dialogue. And the whole time I was thinking, like, you don't know a clue, do you?
Dude, that's exactly what I thought of. You found your
man.
person who hones in on lines from a movie and just wants to replay it.
She was either high on amphetamines or she had way too much coffee that day. But that just goes to show you the people that I can get along with.
This is something that I should put here on the recording. You should make a Clue Fest. You should start a Clue Fest for interested parties who want to just role play the movie.
So, but I have to do it in like New England or whatever. That's where it's set.
Sure, that's not far. I went up there earlier this year.
Yeah, I know. I'm going back up there next month.
You're gonna have gone twice as many times this year than I have, because you already went there earlier in the year.
Yeah.
It's not that far. You could make a Clue Fest if you just hooked up with like a venue or something.
Yeah, but almost the whole cast is dead.
No. I know they're all dead, but it's fine. I mean. It's just like
do it around Halloween. It'll be spooky. It'll be fun.
Just grassroots that shit, man. Because all you do is you go along with all the people who love Clue the way that you do. Want to just recite the lines. Want to do you can do a whole movie LARP.
I don't know.
Where you're feeling like
we just act the whole thing out.
You all pick a character, right? And then you can be Wadsworth if you want to be. Whoever you want to be. Every year you can be. Actually, you could do it like for like a whole weekend. You could do like 5 nights, and you could do not 5. Well. 5 different shows.
Closing night, I'll do the whole thing by myself.
One-man show.
That's right. I'll just pre-record the score. I'll just hum it.
It's all acapella, the whole fucking thing.
It's just me. There's no accompaniment whatsoever. Yeah. Everything is done by me.
I honestly feel like if you set that up, you would find the people who like it, and then you get Tim Curry to visit you guys, and you get Christopher Lloyd to visit you guys. He's already running around doing the signings and stuff.
That's true.
You get Martin Mull to come over.
Now
all the living casts.
I gotta get that Martin Mull signature on my Clue VHS.
You do need a Martin Mull,
and I bet you,
and he might be right around the corner. He might be Gene Parmesan right there.
Gene
My favorite Arrested Development bit.
Oh, it's good. It's good. All right, let's make it bad.
Let's get bad.
Weird news here. All right, so we're starting off the story here. We're talking about hippos, folks. Not any hippos. Not just any hippos. Specific hungry hippos. All right. And what they're hungry for is cocaine. More than
this is the worst thing you can give a hippo.
More than 80 hippos.
Those little balls in the game are all 8 balls.
Those little 8 balls of coke. That's what they are. Yeah. More than 80 hippos previously owned by Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar have a unique distinction in U.S. law. They are the first non-human creatures to be legally considered people. I don't know who's doing the coke in this situation. Yeah. I have a feeling it's not just the hippos.
Pablo Escobar's influences run all the way into the roots of society.
All the way.
The point that his hippos are now deemed legally.
They're legally people.
They're
legally people now. That's it. Yeah. The U.S. District Court of the Southern District of Ohio recognized the infamous cocaine hippos, quote unquote, as legal persons for the first time in the United States. The ruling, October 15th, came on the same day that the Animal League Defense Fund filed an application on behalf of the hippos in Colombia, intended to stop the country from killing the animals. The hippos are descendants of 4 illegally imported hippos done by Pablo Escobar. They were set free after his death in 1993, since the hippos have increased their numbers to more than 80, and they're apparently wreaking havoc on the local ecosystem.
So, just for some perspective, about 70 years ago, black people weren't even deemed people. Now we got hippos are people. Hippos are people now. Look how far we've come.
There we go. This is where we're at right now. But
I mean, that's great. But I think there's a pretty distinct categorization of human beings.
Yeah.
Right, and then literally, what? Hippos still can't give consent for stuff. They can't pay taxes.
I think the idea.
What in the fuck are they talking about?
They're just trying to save them. I think so. They're like, whatever. Let's make them people. Give them green cards, temporary boarding passes, whatever we got to do. We got to save the goddamn cocaine hippos. They're full of coke. You can't just let them die.
Just let this coke go to waste.
Well, the scientists have said that however, scientists have argued that rather than them wreaking havoc on local ecosystems, they may be actually restoring ecological functions lost for thousands of years due to human-driven extinctions. So it's not so much that the hippos are fucking stuff. They're like, I can't dump any of my toxic waste in here because the hippos, they come up and attack the truck. We got to get rid of these hippos. That's basically what's going on here.
Hippos naturally being aggressively monstrous, very deadly animals.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I mean, because they look kind of like shaved giant. No,
dogs.
Like giant dog pigs.
Dog pigs. Yeah.
Modern dog pigs. Yeah.
But
they'll
eat you. I'm sure that's why Pablo Escobar had them. I'm sure they had a taste of flesh.
I'm sure anybody that crossed him.
Yep, right into the hippo.
Shit into the river. The way that they eat is fucking horrifying.
It is. Yeah.
Because they literally crush.
Yep.
Like just like a fucking steam press.
Yep.
Oh God, it's terrifying.
They just smash them right up. Smash them right up. Yep.
Might as well have been,
Might as well
steamroll.
That's it. Well, in July, Colombian attorney Luis Domingo Gomez Maldonado, he's got 4 names, filed a lawsuit on behalf of the animals to save them from being killed, saying sterilization was a better option. So we've got that coming down the line. Who knows what's going to happen with that? We'll see how this whole story unfolds.
Well, hippos are now people. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, look, only thing is, I just want to make sure that if they are people, then we have to keep them, accountable for what they do.
That's right. They need to go to work. They need to pay taxes.
Pay taxes.
They need to have all their paperwork in order. They've got it. They need to be. But then again, given this next story, maybe the hippos are all right having human status. We have this. we have this. This one I kind of waffled on a little bit whether or not I was going to put this story in, but I thought
no waffles.
There's no waffles. It's all pancakes. It's very plain, very flat. We know exactly what we're doing. Sometimes the batter doesn't even rise. It's just a big gooey.
Not when I make them.
That's extra crispy.
I take 14 of those pills.
I take those
gas station
those
pills.
Energize. Oh my God!
I got so much energy.
Flaming.
So much batter.
Oh man, you can't tell whether it's a hamburger or a pancake. It's great. She was a talented athlete, a girl who played 3 high school sports, and after becoming an all Section 1 All-Star in 2 of them, field hockey and lacrosse, Maddie Nickpon, that's her last, Nickpon, chose to pursue lacrosse in college. That was her decision.
Is she from Maryland?
She was not. I don't think so.
Maryland's like
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay, Northeast. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the Northeast, lacrosse is like the biggest sport ever.
Of course.
And in the rest of the world, nobody gives a fucking shit.
Right. Of course. Yeah.
Because this was lacrosse is pretty interesting if you have a moment to go look into the history of it.
Because people are decent. Oh yeah.
American.
Yeah. They kill each other and everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I learned about that in 4th grade, and I was like, why are you telling me that the losers will get their head cut off and kicked around the field?
That's it. What else are we going to use? We don't have balls yet.
We ain't got balls right now. And so we got heads, but we got heads that are circular.
That's it. We got them.
No wonder my life is very dark and fucked up.
Yeah, you don't have any
It's-
heads to
it's
kick
a-
around.
I could be playing this brutal death game.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's it. Well, she also was president of Suffern High School's class of 2019 and co-president of its National Honor Society. A star in the classroom, a Rockland Scholar athlete whose grade point average exceeded 4.0 and left for Tufts University with plans to go into medicine.
I have a feeling that this is going to take the turn of one of those like true crime documentaries where the negative pictures.
I should have done that.
Until they
God
weren't.
damn it! That would have been good. Yeah, but no, I
Should have
didn't.
run it by me
Yeah.
earlier.
It's kind of getting there. People are remembering those things this week. Much more about Nick Pond, whose death Sunday has triggered an outpouring of emotion at Tufts and well beyond. The 20-year-old died in Massachusetts General Hospital a day after falling unconscious at a charity fundraiser.
Okay.
According to authorities, she was participating with other students in a hot dog eating contest and choked.
Oh God.
All these accolades. And she fell victim to the United States of America. All of these hungry people in the world are saying, sorry for your luck.
This tracks perfectly with the last story about
This is
hungry hippos.
Hungry hippos. And this is the thing.
athletes.
If this person who's choking during a hot dog eating contest, two things, all right? If she is this intelligent, or was this intelligent, if she was this talented of an athlete, if she was doing all these things, why, oh, why? Well, I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions on her, but why did she enroll herself in a hot dog eating contest?
Because she's thirsty. She's starving for competition.
Well, she
Obviously, she did literally everything: the volleyball, the music, the
Everything.
handball, the spirit team.
That's right.
I don't know the cats with an S over their face thing, and
All
soccer
that.
too.
All that.
She did it all.
That's right.
She's done it all. She's climbed every peak.
And this must have been it. And Nikki, you're exactly on point. I didn't want to throw you the scourge. that's what I say. I don't know what made her think that she could do it, but then I thought, well, maybe there is something she thought of it. It's like, I got a handle on
A
this.
little bit of learning to do.
Yeah,
still.
she's still she wasn't quite up to. No, not good. So anyhow,
Don't take
Look,
two
that's-
dogs at once.
that's
what I'm
right.
trying to say.
That's right. One dog at a time. And sometimes you got to dip them in the water so they slide down your gullet, like Michael Scott told us on the beach day. But yeah, so it's a terrible thing to see someone's light snuffed out so young. But maybe don't try and stuff hot dogs down your throat.
Well, you know what? Honestly, and that's fine if she wants to compete in that stuff, even if she was like she ended up choking in the midst of the competition. What I'm the most surprised about is in that kind of a scenario, why weren't there people on hand to save her? Everybody knows a fucking Heimlich, and whether
That's
you even
exactly
know it well
right.
or not, you can still do it.
Somebody there knew the Heimlich.
This show is brought to you by LifeVac.
That's
It's
right.
It's a
LifeVac.
turkey baster for
That's-
your choking victims. You put it over their mouth, you squeeze the baster, sucks the hot dogs right out of their throat.
You can't just skip lunch.
If you want to see the logical conclusion to
That's
this
it.
type of story,
Yep.
go watch I Think You Should Leave.
There you go. Another I think you should leave.
I think it's in the first episode. I think it's the first skit
Yeah.
of season 2.
Yep. There you go.
Go watch it. Sadly, people die. Not to make light of like her death. 'cause
Of course
that
not.
fucking sucks.
Right.
That's terrible. But
It's a terrible way to go out.
why wasn't anyone helping her?
Why did no one help? And why was she participating in this hot dog eating
I
contest?
mean, that's fine. That's fine if you want to, but like, why did it have no chaperones or help or anything?
Anything.
Nothing that would have resulted in preventing an untimely death.
Right. If she wanted the notoriety, she could have just done what this other person did here. A man walking on the beach in Scotland found a message in a bottle and discovered.
Oh no.
We've done this message before, right?
Okay.
Or we've done these stories before.
We
right?
covered this song like 45 times.
Well, guess what? Yeah, it's true. We did many times. We did that song. But this is going to be an interesting one. The reason why I included it here was because it was the second message that had traveled across the Atlantic Ocean from the same man in Canada. it's a repeat of a previous story. Apparently, he
Is
did
this
it again.
Is this something about your car's extended warranty?
That's exactly what I was going to do. That's exactly where I was going to go. Yep. Open it up, and it was asking about your car's extended warranty was about to expire. Andrew Eaton Lewis. Andrew, that's exactly what right one. That's we played that song too many times.
Dude, yes, that's one of our
That's a
cornerstones.
That's absolutely it. Yeah. Well, Andrew Eaton Lewis, 48-year-old resident, posted about the discovery on Facebook, seeking help translating the message, which was written in French. He found the bottle washed up on the beach during the recent outing at Cliff Beach with friends and family. They wanted to go to the beach. They were just quite randomly chose Cliff Beach, and he said that there are lots of different ones you can go to. It was sheer chance that we ended up at this one. The message was signed by Andre Hewitt of Quebec, excuse me, and placed inside a plastic bag, which wasn't the first to be sent across the ocean, and found by the same man. Last year, a woman participating in a beach cleaning event made a similar discovery. We found another French note inside of a plastic bag from Andre Hewitt as well. So this guy is apparently just every
Very
day.
prolific. Now, what's the time frame between the time he wrote it, and also what is his aversion to regular?
Well, here we go. So initially the bottle was thought to be trash left behind from a picnic, but later on it revealed that it had barnacles stuck to it. A note inside dated January 26th, 2020. So this is pre-pandemic.
So what the fuck? So wait a minute. So there. This is actually identifying, and maybe this is just empirically. It probably could have been scientifically figured out earlier in time.
Right.
But is this not a very valid proof that messages in a bottle were a pretty reliable way to get your message across
from the right
places?
location to the right location, I suppose. Yeah,
If you kind of follow a little bit of the Magellan path, you get your place.
Well, there you
early
go.
mail, man. This is early mail.
This is it. This is early mail. I'm going to send a letter to Andre Hewitt tomorrow with my email address, hoping he'll get back to me that way instead. Yeah. Email me through. You can write my email at the top and type it out, print it, put it in the bottle, and send it to me.
So you know what I'm going to do now? I'm gonna write a message in a bottle and send it off to the coast. Hopefully, it'll end up somewhere in Canada.
I'm gonna throw one in my pond.
Yeah, put it in the pond. See what happens.
Who knows? Who knows?
My message is gonna say "fuck you."
Yeah. That's right. Well, I'll tell you who else said "fuck you." An Instagram model didn't appear to be taking matters too seriously, as she was seen smirking in a video while New York cops questioned her after she was charged with stabbing her boyfriend.
This fucking guy over here?
Yes.
With a pearl necklace?
Yes. She want a pearl necklace? Yes, exactly. Jeannie Exum, 22, EXUM. Was released on bail following her appearance at a Manhattan courtroom Tuesday morning. Not the store, but the date. But it's allegedly she stabbed her boyfriend. Ready for his name?
Oh boy.
Baby Boy Pajulas.
Baby Boy Pajulas.
And I'm sure that was his given name at birth. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
In the back and the arm with a kitchen knife during a fight in their Hudson Yards apartment the night before. Afterwards, she shared a video showing her wearing a sweater, leggings, and white slippers. They took my phone, y'all. I'm on the trap right now.
Let me tell you something. Don't, and this is a word of true advice.
Yeah.
Don't confuse these internet personalities.
That's right.
For having a single shred of fucking decency or value.
There's a reason.
Please don't look up to any of these fuckers, because look at this. This poor guy, I know his name is
Baby Boy Pajulas.
Baby Boy Pajulas. and I know he looks like he might be a surfer douchebag.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have anything to do with the quality of his life, or whether he even deserves to be stabbed.
Or whether he stole that necklace or not.
He might have stole that necklace from some poor old lady on the street.
That's right.
It was just oh my dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's here in this photo. If you're watching along with us, he's posed very purposefully.
Yes.
And just everything's all posed.
That's it. If
orchestrated.
If the best moments of someone's life exist in just photographs, it's probably not the best person.
Probably a knife in you.
There's probably a knife in your leg.
It's coming. It's coming to you.
Coming down the line.
But that's how fucked up is that? How fucked up is that?
It's about to get better.
Oh god.
Further than that, she posted a video telling people to subscribe to her OnlyFans as she returned to her apartment after she left the police station.
Ooh, we are in a death spiral right now of fucking narcissistic. Like, go read the Legend of Narcissus or that mythological accounting or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like, Narcissus could not leave his own reflection and end up drowning trying to get to it.
Yes, exactly.
This is we're living it.
We're living
every day around all of us.
This is it. We might not have centaurs and little goat men running around, but it's all. I know that would at least make it interesting.
I'd be fine with it if we had that.
Just wait. Just let those centaurs take over.
Everybody, open your wardrobes up and leave them open.
Right. If hippos are being people, why can't we have fucking centaurs?
If a hippo can run for president, then I can have a centaur friend in my backyard.
Yeah, exactly right. So the judge ruled in favor of the defense, but Exum had to obey a protection order requiring her to stay away from Pajulis, who went to the hospital and received stitches after the attack. The Exum, which is the girl, has 73,000 Instagram followers and has a history of not taking authority very seriously. She posted a breast-flashing photo of herself in front of an NYPD cruiser last month.
That's a whole kind of spooling the narrative kind of bullshit.
Yes.
Though. The whole she flashed the police. Who cares what she did to New York police?
She didn't flash the police. She just showed her tits in front of a cop car, which in certain parts of New York is legal. You're allowed to be topless in certain parts of New York.
Yeah.
So
ain't that fucking? It's not all that fucking rebellious, but the whole point is to kind of start to paint her in this light. Everybody gets all, but we're all. Don't get me started on it. Everybody's susceptible to the bullshit.
Absolutely.
I hate it.
Hate it all.
I hate it. And in some ways, I envy the guy who got stuck.
At least they got a little bit closer to being away from all this shit.
If it could all just end sooner.
It was so close. Oh. He's probably more disappointed than anything.
Why couldn't you just finish this all up? Could you imagine having the diet you need and the workout regimen that you need and the fucking imagine having a concept of yourself that is fully reliant upon whether people like your physical form.
Yes.
Only.
Yes.
Okay? That is a damaging concept to have.
It is a reality of our time and place for sure.
There's oh boy. It's poor people. All I can say is fucking dumb should have finished the job and then done herself too, because that's the only hope for these people left.
There you go.
There's nothing else we can do to fix it.
There's nothing else we can do to fix it here. We're gonna go as we travel over to New Zealand. An emergency call made by a 4-year-old New Zealand boy asking for police to come over and check out his toys prompted a real-life police officer to come and shoot the entire family dead. No, this is New Zealand, not America. No. The police. The call begins. This is the police. What's the emergency? And then boy hesitantly says, "Hi, police lady." It says, "Yes." What's going on? Can I tell you something? I've got some toys for you. That's what's fucking jigsaw. You've got some toys for me," said the dispatcher. "Yep, come over and see them." And then police dispatch goes out, giving the address. There's a 4-year-old who's wanting to show the police some of his toys. And the officer says, "Yeah, I'm one up. I'll attend to it." He did have cool toys. Constable Kirk reported back after attending a call out, according to the police. He added, "This kid is lucky he's white." No. This kid is lucky that he also got to see the patrol car, and the officer put the lights on for him too.
It's in New Zealand now.
There you go. It's New Zealand. It's this side of the pond. Well, I'll tell you, we're gonna jump back to this side of the pond here.
We really glazed right over the whole idea that so in New Zealand,
yes,
everything is so good.
Yeah,
the cops have time to just be like,
yeah, whatever. I'm a couple houses up right now.
Yeah, there's a little kid who wants to show me his toys. Yeah. I ain't got nothing else to do.
I was eating some lunch a couple houses up.
Yeah, I made some lunch.
I'm just watching the house for one of the neighbors. They're on vacation. You know, I don't even live around here, but they're like, hey, can you watch my house while I'm gone?
Yeah, you're a cop. You carry weapons.
Whatever. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
As if there's a shred of crime out there.
That's it. Another.
They shot Lord of the Rings out there for
Lord,
Christ's sake.
right, listen, if Gandalf's walking around out there, there's no crime, okay? He's sending like firework dragons after people and shit. There's no better way to keep people in line. Helicopters can't even scare people like firework dragons. No way.
They can't reach the depths of your soul.
No, absolutely not. That you just
But magic
skate by untouched. That's right. Yeah, magic, and he's never late. It's always right on. He arrives precisely when he intends to. Well, I'll tell you who. They really did squeak by, so they sort of arrived precisely when they intended to. We're going to Coronado, California here. A woman pretended she owned a home in Southern California so a locksmith would make her new keys. So officers arrested a 43-year-old woman on suspicion of burglary Thursday night in Coronado. God damn it! I knew I was going to do this. Coronado.
Yes,
I keep thinking of fucking what's his face, Carbonaro.
Carbonaro.
Yeah, that guy who was in. Did I ever send you that? He was in a movie that was like a weird ripoff of like Not Another Teen Movie, but it was all done like gay. It was really weird. And I was looking up to see how old he was, and I went to IMDb, and that was like the third thing on his like credits.
Oh wow!
I was like, what the fuck is this movie?
But I had no idea it was anything but like a kitschy TV magician.
Yeah, he's done some other work, or tried to anyway. But anyhow, the brazen
he'll make this thing disappear.
He's made that disappear. Yeah, the brazen burglar was foiled by when the real homeowner called the police and said that the neighbor noticed suspicious activity at the home. The homeowner was out of town, yet the neighbor saw the lights being turned on and off. Officers arrived at the neighbor, relative of the homeowner. I can do it. A relative of the homeowner who gave them a spare key, but it didn't fit the front door's lock. So how about that? You come back from vacation, and you're like, what the fuck? The key doesn't work.
Shit! Did she find out? Did she find out I lost all our money when I was gambling? Oh, not again! Not again!
God, I thought that hot dog girl was a sure thing. I thought she was going to. The homeowner,
a runaway favorite.
They also noticed that metal shavings and a piece of an old lock were on the ground nearby. As police walked around the home, they saw the back.
Filthy locksmith.
Yeah, no kidding. They didn't even clean up. They saw that the back door was open and a fireplace was turned on and music was playing inside. After calling for a helicopter and canine units, officers now we're getting to American police right here.
That's right.
So there's an open door here. Get the dogs in here. I need a helicopter. We're doing this GTA style, baby. That's it.
Soon you get 5 stars, 5 level.
We got a 5-star over here. We need 5 stars.
Your ass is not going to get due process.
No.
You're not going to get a jury of your peers. We're going to blow you the fuck away.
You're going to be lucky if the helicopter crashes into your house.
This is a nice swift.
But then, as the units arrived, officers saw someone moving around on the second floor in what was supposed to be an empty house with only one spare key. Police called out to the person inside, and after a few minutes, they later came out and were arrested. The woman claimed there were 2 kids in the house, but the police said that there was no one else present. The woman told police that the home was hers and said she'd call a locksmith earlier to change the front door's locks. No word if the burglars gave anyone a spare key.
Can we just I make a motion, and I know, but this is not a council meeting or anything.
Well, that's right.
In any kind,
still do it
in any way.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the court of the internet.
Yeah,
where everybody's king, and I'm king bullshit.
That's right.
In my own world,
I'm talking. I'll stab somebody if I have to.
I'll stab you.
Yeah, I'll stab you. Whatever.
How many followers you got?
I'll
stab you on camera.
That's right.
But I mean, can't we just execute people that do this shit? This is fucked up.
Yeah.
You think this person's gonna adjust to life normally?
Well, what we need to do,
unless they've strayed and they have like a normal
this person was 43 years old.
Yeah, but like they might be mentally fucked up and they have like a caretaker.
Maybe.
That's possible. They like got loose or something like like not even like a hippo because they're people now.
That's it. That's right. Yeah, you can't even compare people to hippos anymore. I don't even know what world I'm living in.
I can't even draw the comparison between hippos and people
God,
and
what-
mentally deficient people.
What kind of world am I living in here?
These hippos have more of a right to a fair and speedy trial than this mentally fucked up person.
This is it. All they really needed was King Solomon to come along with a giant chainsaw and say, "I'll cut the house in half," and then give each of you. And then she said, "No, please don't cut the house in half. You can give it to the robber."
It's your
I
house
said,
now.
"You're the real owner of
You're
the house."
and you're the robber now. I have a lot of documentation that I own this house. No,
I've got the chainsaw.
the chainsaw of
I
justice.
make the decisions. And if you question me, you're next.
How many Instagram followers you got?
And we'll see you next time on another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And we'll see you later. Have a spooky Halloween, everybody. Don't forget to go out and get some candy.
live it up.
Live it up.
Suck some blood and scare some fuckers.
Scare
off.
some people. Don't go sucking down any hot dogs, for God's sake.
Don't test your
Jesus
luck.
Christ, that's right. And if you see any cocaine hippos, you better hope that they're doing all right.
They're fast, aren't they?
Yeah, they. Well, I don't know how they. I think they can kind of gallop a little bit, but I think they're slow. They're fast in the water.
Yeah, they're very fast.
That's it.
If it's dry, you're fine. If it's wet, get out, run.
And all you need is some of those energized.
I get those gas station boner pills in you quick.
You'll get wetter than a tornado going through the aquarium.
Oh, God.
All right, internet people.
Thanks for sticking with us as
All
always.
three of you. Yep. Yes, indeed. It was another episode. That's really all we can say.
It was a time. It was time that we spent from one period, from one position in time and
Yeah.
space to another.
And Bernie didn't say a goddamn word the whole
He
time.
did not. But you know what? He did his job of just filling up our space.
That's all we needed. That's all we asked him to do. And God damn it if he didn't come
He's
through.
there. He's there for when the manic energy of us two is too much. You can focus right on his
Exactly.
perfectly
Unaffected nature.
unwavering chill.
Yep. Doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't care.
Only
He's
thought in
just
his
sitting there.
mind
Mhm.
is how you tax the 1% to get them to disperse equality.
And that's it. If you can count on Bernie for one thing, he at least just shows up. He's there.
he comes here.
I'm here for the soup, and I'm looking for half a sandwich.
Half a sandwich,
I
not
know.
too much.
I don't want too much to eat because I need to stay light on my feet so that I can fight capitalism.
I can go. I sting. I duck and move.
That's right.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It's the taxes from the 1% for me.
Even rhymes. folks.
Inequality.
I think Bernie's been hanging out with those cocaine hippos.
I just want to know. All I want to know is when we're going to deem Bernie some autonomous person.
That's right.
Because God knows
when's
they
he
don't-
going to get
they
his
don't-
citizenship?
They don't treat him like a human
No,
being. They
not-
treat him like he's some kind of radical monster from another dimension
That's
who's,
it.
who's proposing that we take a little bit of extra money from people who have literally billions of fucking dollars. It's fucking insane. I'm sorry.
Why don't I have Social Security?
I would be fine with just totally wiping away my job, my entire job.
Right.
If somehow we could structure like creating a little bit of more equity. This is like it's too general of a term. Look, when you're worth, I'm talking hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
No one person should be worth that much, and even one entity shouldn't be worth that much. If you put restrictions, how about some little guide rails, right? And you redistribute that a little bit. And I'm not saying you just hand out money like the Joker did in Batman,
Right?
You know, Tim Burton's Batman.
That's
which
right.
just dumps money in the air.
Yeah,
and that's kind of cool. But you could do that if you wanted to. But
Why so serious?
these people eat each other alive if you let them. Oh, and chips it down.
We got to get
I'm just
Bernie
ahead
into
of the
some
curve.
these lives.
I'm ahead of the curve. Oh my god! I mean, you just
Want to know how I got these scarves?
Scars.
All right, internet people.
Oh,
we'll see you next week.
You can't top that. We'll see you next time.